Welcome back to Automotive. Today, we're diving into something that'll make your heart race if you're even remotely into trucks. This isn't just any pickup, it's the new 1957 F-150 Ranger 4X4. A machine that's equal parts heritage and innovation, muscle and refinement. A time machine on four wheels, built to bring the soul of the 50s into the 21st century with brute force and impeccable craftsmanship. This truck isn't just designed, it's sculpted. Right off the bat, you'll notice how faithfully it captures the spirit of the original 1957 Ford trucks. From the classic boxy silhouette to the vintage grille that screams Americana, it feels like stepping into a bygone era. But don't be fooled by the retro looks, underneath that timeless sheet metal is a powerhouse built for modern terrain. Slide into the cab and it becomes instantly clear this isn't a museum piece. It's a performance beast wearing old-school charm like a badge of honor. The interior blends classic design cues, think bench seats, brushed metal accents, analog dials, with the kind of tech you'd expect in a high-end SUV. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a digital driver display that seamlessly blends into the dash. It's all there, but tastefully done to preserve the vintage vibe. Now let's talk about power. Under that beautifully domed hood sits a Coyote 5.0-liter V8, naturally aspirated, roaring with over 460 horsepower. Mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission with selectable drive modes, this truck isn't just built for show. It's designed to climb, tow, and dominate the open road. Whether you're blasting down a dirt road or crawling over rocky trails, this thing handles it all with grit and grace. And thanks to its modern 4x4 drivetrain with locking differentials, low-range gearing, and custom-tuned suspension, it's just as comfortable tearing up sand dunes as it is hauling lumber through the backcountry. But what really sets the 1957 F-150 Ranger 4X4 apart is the craftsmanship. This isn't a mass-produced plastic fantastic toy. It's built with steel, real materials, heavy-gauge metal that feels like it could take a beating and ask for more. The chrome accents aren't just for aesthetics, they harken back to a time when trucks were built to last. When design meant durability. Each panel, each weld, each stitch in the leather is a nod to the blue-collar roots of the American truck, but enhanced with a modern eye for precision. This is where nostalgia meets technology. Where muscle meets refinement. And then there's the ride quality. You'd think with something that looks this rugged, you'd be bouncing around like you're in a tin can. But no. The suspension setup, fully updated with Fox shocks and independent front suspension, gives it a surprisingly smooth ride. Even at highway speeds, it feels composed and planted. It's not trying to be a luxury SUV, but it doesn't punish you for using it as a daily driver either. Fuel efficiency. Look, it's a V8 truck, not a Prius. But with modern engine tuning, cylinder deactivation, and a transmission smart enough to adjust to your driving habits, it's more efficient than you'd expect from a machine this powerful. That's part of the charm. You get the feel of an old-school rig, but with the engineering brains of a 2025 vehicle. And if you're a detail freak, prepare to fall in love. The badging, the embossed Ranger logos, the classic tailgate script, even the paint colors, classic two-tones and heritage hues like Wimbledon white and flame red, are faithful to the originals. This isn't retro for the sake of kitsch. This is revival done right. This truck isn't trying to compete with the high-tech electric pickups rolling out left and right. It's not here to convince you to go green or chase 0 to 60 times in 3 seconds. It's here to remind you what a truck feels like, what it sounds like, what it means to drive something that's got weight, soul, and presence. So who is this for? It's for the purist, the enthusiast, the weekend warrior who wants to wrench on something real, not just plug into a diagnostic computer. It's for the driver who wants connection, to the road, to history, and to a machine that tells a story with every mile. And let's not ignore the fact that it turns heads. Whether you're rolling through the city or pulling up to a job site, people notice. They hear that deep growl. They see those timeless lines. It demands respect without saying a word. Bottom line, the new 1957 F-150 Ranger 4X4 is more than a truck. It's a tribute, a revival, a rolling piece of Americana that brings the past and present together in a way few vehicles ever manage to do. It's raw, it's refined, and it's absolutely unforgettable. If you're as obsessed with this kind of craftsmanship and power as we are, Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Automotive. We've got more deep dives, test drives, and truck talk coming your way. Drop a comment below, let us know if this is your dream build, or if you'd spec it differently. Until next time, keep your hands dirty, your tires muddy, and your engines roaring. Thanks for watching Automotive.